boy gently pushed the model airplane, never expecting it would seemingly come to life, slowly pushing a water bucket across the floor. This brought him instant comfort, as the plane was a final gift from his father before he passed away. The boy had invested all his love for his father in this airplane. Imagining the model plane could carry him through the sky, the boy tied it to himself and went to the rooftop. Fortunately, his mother grabbed his legs just in time, and the model plane fell to the ground. Not realizing the danger that had been lurking, his mother returned to their room and scolded him severely. She locked the model plane in the storage room, forbidding him from playing with it. The boy kept begging his mother, but then something strange happened. Suddenly, the plane burst through the window, crashing around as if venting its anger. The mother grabbed a mop, intending to knock down the model plane, but it turned directly toward her, its body emitting a red glow. The sight terrified the mother, making her scream, while the boy, also frightened, clung tightly to her. The small plane, seemingly sensing the boy's fear, slowly lost its red glow and landed on the floor. The mother stood frozen, staring at the incredible scene, while the boy took the plane back to his room, clutching it tightly. Frightened by what she had witnessed, the mother quickly made a phone call describing the strange incident to someone on the other end. To uncover the mystery of the little plane, they quietly took it away after the boy fell into deep sleep. They examined the body of the plane carefully, but strangely, there were no hidden switches visible on its exterior. When they tried to cut into it with a knife, the plane's shell proved remarkably hard. Even the sharp blade left no marks. Realizing something wasn't right with the plane, Mike hurriedly took it back to the laboratory for a complete 360-degree scan. The plane's shape revealed nearly perfect fluid dynamics, but its interior was completely empty. No modern electronic components existed inside. This puzzled them. The model plane had no power system. To verify their suspicions, they placed the small plane under a hydraulic press. Surprisingly, when they activated the press, the plane remained completely undamaged without even the slightest scratch. This left Mike completely baffled. When the boy learned his plane had been taken to the lab, he broke in during the night to rescue it. He found and grabbed the plane, intending to slip out later, but was discovered. The boy clutched the plane and ran outside, but Mike had already sounded the alarm. Where could he possibly go? The entire facility quickly went on high alert. Fortunately, the boy had his father's work badge. Using it, he managed to reach the rooftop of the experimental facility. At that moment, he made a crazy decision. Without hesitation, he tied the small plane to himself and climbed to the highest point of the facility. A boy soared through the sky on a model airplane, zipping through lush green forests, soaring over vast mountains, and quickly arriving at a dazzling city filled with glittering lights. The drivers below watched in astonishment as the boy flew by. This model airplane was the last gift the boy's father had given him before he passed away, a testament to the love he had for his son. As dawn broke, the boy brought the plane to a tall tower, but his frail body couldn't take it anymore, and he collapsed to the ground. In that moment, the small plane seemed to come to life, as if it had a mind of its own. It flew to the boy's home and hovered outside the window, giving the boy's mother quite a fright when she saw it. Realizing the plane meant no harm and seemed to be trying to tell her something, Mary cautiously stepped out of the house. To her surprise, the plane backed up a few steps, as if intentionally guiding her. It clicked. She quickly got in her car and followed the plane, which led her straight to the tower where she found her unconscious son. The little plane had saved the boy's life. Just as Mary was about to leave with her son, an SUV suddenly pulled up. It was Mike, who had been tracking the plane, hoping to take it back for further research. Seeing the plane still on the tower, he grabbed a rope from his trunk and climbed up. He quietly slipped the rope around the plane. But as soon as he secured the other end, the plane started struggling fiercely. Mike threw another rope at the plane, but it only fought harder. Left with no choice, he tried to grab the rope with his hands, but the plane's incredible strength quickly caused his gloves to smoke from the friction. He had to let go, and the plane broke free, flying straight to Mary as if pleading for her help. Grateful for the plane saving her son's life, Mary put it in her trunk despite Mike's protests and quickly drove away. However, after everything that had happened, the boy realized the plane was the source of all the trouble. Not wanting to cause any more problems for his family, he buried the plane in the sand under the cover of night. Boy hugged his model airplane as he dug a hole in the sand on the beach. With great care, he buried the plane inside and even found a few stones to create a memorial for it. Once finished, he turned his back to the makeshift grave and made a wish to see his deceased father. Full of anticipation, he eagerly pushed aside the sand covering the grave, hoping for a miracle. He dug deep, but not only did his wish fail to come true, the model plane had also vanished. Just as he was sinking into profound disappointment, a familiar voice suddenly called out from behind him. Miraculously, his wish had been granted. As his father slowly approached, the boy joyfully leaped into his arms, his heart filled with a bittersweet mix of reluctance and pain. He begged his father to never leave him again, but his father instructed him to return to his mother's side. As time passed day by day, his mother would grow older while he would gradually grow taller and bigger. His father assured him that he would always watch over them, and whenever stars appeared in the sky, it would signify that Dad was protecting them. After saying this, his father pushed a small boat out to sea and gradually drifted away until he eventually transformed into a wisp of white light, vanishing into the horizon. Watching his father leave him forever, no tears fell from the boy's face, but his heart was filled with beautiful hopes for the future. It turned out that the boy's father had been a pilot who was always busy with work and rarely came home. On this Christmas day, he had given the boy a model airplane as a gift, but what the boy really wanted was a bicycle. His father gently said that he would definitely give him one next Christmas. However, little did he expect that the next time his father spoke of would be in the next life. His father had been involved in a plane crash during a mission. To prevent the boy from being heartbroken, his grandfather lied to him, saying that his father had gone to heaven and turned into a star to watch over them. Accidents always happen so suddenly, leaving us unable to properly say goodbye to our loved ones. But in this moment, the boy understood that although his father had left him, the love and memories he brought would forever remain in his heart. Now, whenever the boy looked up, he could feel his father's presence. Life is short. Cherish those around you.